What's up? I'm Abel, and this is my data storytelling project on Drake's place in the music industry and how the numbers eventually settled an argument that almost the entire industry seemed to be having with him. Before I get into the story, here's the number that frames everything that follows. As of this year, Drake has surpassed 100 billion career streams on Spotify alone, a milestone he crossed back in June of 2024, right in the middle of the exact conflict I'm about to walk you through. Across every platform combined, that estimated total climbs even higher. This isn't a regional story either. His streaming footprint spans well over 100 countries. When an artist's audience is that large and that global, industry pressure at home doesn't automatically translate into a decline in the numbers. And that's exactly what this data ends up showing. Breaking it down by platform, Spotify accounts for the largest share of his current streaming pace at just under 42%, with Apple Music close behind at 38%, YouTube at just under 16%, and the rest spread across other platforms. I'm showing this because the story I'm telling isn't built on one platform's numbers in isolation. It holds up across the board. Now here's where the actual story starts. Between 2008 and 2018, Drake was the single most streamed artist on Spotify of that entire decade, averaging 2.8 billion streams a year. That's not a marketing claim, that's a documented, verifiable number. And it's the foundation you need before you can understand how dramatic the next few years became. In March of 2024, something shifted. Future and Metro Boomin, two producers and collaborators who had worked with Drake for years, released an album called We Don't Trust You. It included a verse from Kendrick Lamar called Like That, a direct shot at Drake. That same week, Rick Ross and Nav, both once in his orbit, publicly unfollowed him. From there, things escalated quickly. In May of 2024, Kendrick released Not Like Us, and here's the detail that makes this so much more complicated than a simple rap beef. That song was released and promoted through Universal Music Group, which is Drake's own record label. Despite everything I just described, Drake still finished 2024 as Spotify's most streamed rapper in the world, ranked number 1. Kendrick Lamar placed 5th on that same list. Even in the middle of the fallout, the streaming data didn't move the way the industry narrative suggested it would. In 2025, Drake had the single biggest streaming year in the history of hip-hop, with 17.6 billion streams. In 2026, his pace climbed even further to an estimated 19.2 billion. That same year, a song called Janice ST If You gave him 14 number 1 hits among male solo artists, breaking a record that had belonged to Michael Jackson at 13. That's the number I want to end on. Through every setback in this story, former collaborators stepping away, his own label promoting a song against him, a lawsuit that didn't go his way, the one number that never moved in anyone else's favor was his own. This project shows that a single artist's data can be read against a widening documented set of opposing parties without needing to claim universal or unproven opposition to make the story compelling. Every number in this video is dated and sourced, and I deliberately left out any claim that couldn't be verified, even when it would have made the story more dramatic. I'd rather present something true than something exaggerated. That's the full arc. One artist, a widening set of real documented industry pressure, and a body of streaming data that, in the end, speaks louder than any single diss track ever could.